She was the poster child of 2000's rebellion, baggy pants, chunky highlights, and an attitude that defined a generation. But then, something strange happened. The internet became convinced she had died and been replaced by a lookalike named Melissa. Millions of people believed it. Forensic evidence was analyzed. Conspiracy theories spread like wildfire across every platform. So how did Avril Lavigne, one of the most successful pop-punk artists of all time, become the center of the internet's most persistent celebrity death hoax? And what does her real story reveal about fame, transformation, and our obsession with authenticity? This is the bizarre tale of how the internet tried to kill Avril Lavigne and failed. In 2002, a 17-year-old from small-town Ontario burst onto the music scene with an image that nobody saw coming. While Britney and Christina dominated with polished pop perfection, Avril Lavigne showed up in oversized clothes, singing about being a skater boy with an unapologetically rebellious streak. Her debut album, Let Go, became a global phenomenon. Over 16 million copies sold worldwide, 5 Grammy nominations. She wasn't just another teen pop star, she was the anti-pop star. Japan especially embraced her aesthetic. The baggy pants, the ties, the punk meets cute vibe became a cultural export that defined early 2000s alternative fashion. By 2004, she had achieved something rare: mainstream success without sacrificing her outsider credibility. She was authentic rebellion packaged for mass consumption. But authenticity, as the internet would later decide, was exactly what was missing. Between 2002 and 2007, Avril Lavigne wasn't just successful, she was culturally dominant. Complicated stayed at #1 across multiple countries. sk8er Boi became an anthem. Her second album, Under My Skin, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. What made her unique wasn't just the music, it was the persona.
Here I am at the Smile. Keep going. The Smile. Music video.
A genuine small-town girl who seemed uncomfortable with fame.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing having people label you. That was something I had to kind of get used to. I don't like being labeled. I'm a human. I don't like, Avril Lavigne, skater punk. And it's like...
Who wore what she wanted, who wrote songs about teenage frustration that actually felt teenage. She dated her guitarist, Jesse Colburn. She married Sum 41's Derek Whibley in a punk rock fairy tale wedding. Every relationship felt connected to her musical world, reinforcing the authentic artist narrative. But by 2007, something shifted. Her third album, The Best Damn Thing, marked a move toward more pop sensibilities. Gone were some of the baggy clothes, the styling became more polished. Critics called it maturation. Fans called it selling out. Neither group realized they were witnessing the birth of internet conspiracy culture. The punk princess was evolving. The internet wasn't ready to let her go. The first whispers started around 2005 on a Brazilian blog called Avril is Morta. Avril is dead. The theory was elaborate. Avril had died by suicide in 2003, devastated by fame and her grandfather's death. Record labels, desperate to protect their investment, hired a body double named Melissa Vandella to continue the charade. The evidence seemed compelling to believers. Facial structure changes, different handwriting samples, the name Melissa allegedly written on her hand in a photo shoot. Most tellingly, they pointed to her album 2004, Under My Skin. Song titles like My Happy Ending and Nobody's Home were interpreted as subliminal messages from the real Avril, crying for help from beyond the grave. When her style evolved from baggy punk to more feminine pop rock, conspiracy theorists saw confirmation. This wasn't artistic growth, this was a different person entirely. The theory might have stayed in obscure forms, but in 2011, it exploded across social media platforms, finding new believers who had grown up with Avril and felt betrayed by her transformation. What happened next revealed something fascinating about celebrity culture and fan ownership. The conspiracy gained serious traction. YouTube videos analyzing her facial features racked up millions of views. Reddit threads dissected every public appearance since 2003. In 2017, a viral Twitter thread reignited the theory, introducing it to a new generation. Suddenly, Avril is dead wasn't just a fringe conspiracy, it was mainstream internet discourse. The evidence believers presented was surprisingly detailed. They claimed her nose shape had changed, her smile was different, her voice had subtle variations that vocal analysts allegedly confirmed. But here's what made it truly bizarre. Avril's actual life during this period was far more dramatic than any conspiracy. In 2014, she nearly disappeared from public life entirely, not because she was dead, but because she was battling Lyme disease, a condition so severe she was bedridden for months, convinced she might actually die.
Grinding halt.
I literally became bedridden last October, and I was in Los Angeles, and it was literally the worst time of my life. And I was seeing every specialist.
Her song Head Above Water, released in 2018, chronicled this very real brush with mortality. The lyrics were raw, vulnerable, and completely authentic. Everything conspiracy theorists claimed was missing from fake Avril. Meanwhile, she faced other real controversies. Her 2014 Hello Kitty Moto video sparked accusations of cultural appropriation. Her 2019 single, I Fell in Love with the Devil, angered Christian fans who felt betrayed after embracing Head Above Water. The internet was so busy debating whether she was literally dead that it missed her very public struggles with actual life-threatening illness. The response to the conspiracy revealed the complex dynamics of modern fandom. Avril herself repeatedly denied the theory, calling it dumb and expressing genuine bewilderment at its persistence. In interviews, she seemed more hurt than angry, confused why people preferred an elaborate fiction to her real evolution as an artist.
There's a conspiracy theory that I'm not me.
There is a...
Cool.
Her fanbase split into factions. Longtime supporters dismissed the theory as nonsense, pointing out that people naturally change appearance as they age, but a vocal minority found the conspiracy more compelling than the artist's own statements. The Brazilian blogger who created the original hoax eventually came forward, admitting it was designed to show how easily conspiracy theories can appear credible. The confession barely dented belief in the theory. What emerged was a fascinating case study in parasocial relationships. Fans had formed such strong attachments to early Avril Lavigne that they literally couldn't accept her evolution. Death and replacement felt more plausible than artistic growth. The conspiracy also highlighted how the internet processes celebrity transformation. When public figures change too dramatically, some audiences reject the new version entirely, preferring elaborate explanations to simple human development. Today, Avril Lavigne continues making music, touring globally, and running her Lyme disease foundation. She's 39 years old, has survived 2 marriages, a life-threatening illness, and one of the internet's most persistent conspiracy theories. The clone theory still surfaces regularly on social media, though it's evolved into more of a meme than a serious belief. New fans discover it and either embrace the absurdity or find themselves genuinely questioning her identity. What's remarkable is how the conspiracy ultimately revealed more about us than about her. In an era where authenticity is currency, we became so obsessed with preserving our version of Avril that we literally invented her death rather than accept her change. The real Avril Lavigne, who survived small-town fame, global success, public scrutiny, serious illness, and internet death rumors, turned out to be far more resilient than anyone imagined. She didn't die in 2003. She didn't get replaced by Melissa. She just did something even more radical in the age of social media. She refused to stay frozen in time for our nostalgia. And maybe that's the most punk rock thing of all.